welcome you to Woodbridge Channel's coverage of high school sports. Today it's high school hockey from the Woodbridge Community Center as the Woodbridge Township hockey team will take on the South Brunswick Vikings in this first GMC Greater Middlesex County Tournament semifinal. My name is Andrew Shapiro. I will be taking you through the action today, and it is my sincere pleasure to be doing so. Starting lineups are in for today's contest. First, starting for the visiting Vikings of South Brunswick. On defense, number 3, Joseph Inzano. Number 13, Thomas Bansbach. Forward, number 17, Mason Jenny. Number 18, Vincent Zhang. Number 22, Thomas Van Pelt. And in goal for South Brunswick today is number 20, Clayton Romanek. And the starters for the Woodbridge Township hockey team. On defense, it's Jarrett Delemba and Justin DiNatale, seniors from Woodbridge and Colonia, respectively. All seniors starting up forward. Drew Galea is number 9. He's from Colonia. Travis Benny, number 20. He's from Woodbridge. TJ Evan is number 12. He's from Woodbridge. And between the pipes is the senior Adam Godfrey from Woodbridge. And we are underway in this semifinal matchup. Quickly, Woodbridge Township, and a shot by Benny goes just over the net and out of play. And just 9 seconds in, Woodbridge with a good opportunity, but nothing to show for it. The faceoff will be to the right of Romanek. South Brunswick getting here on the strength of a 10-0 win over number 6 Edison, that coming Monday here at the Community Center. Woodbridge a bye as the number 2 seed. This is their first game of the tournament as that puck rolls on goal, saved by Romanek and is played out wide. Dumped out of the zone by Zhang all the way down, no icing. Has to be played by Godfrey. Godfrey wraps it around the net. First one there for South Brunswick is Mason Jenny. And that was gloved by Godfrey, and he'll get the whistle. Jenny with a 4-goal performance in Monday's win over Edison. South Brunswick comes into this game at 10-8, 4-4 in the conference. They are number 4 in the GMC. They are number 13 in the state's Public A division, and will have a state playoff matchup against Freehold Township. That on Saturday. Patriots are number 4. Skied out to center, just over the stick of TJ Evan. It goes just wide and has to be played around the corner by Bansbach. Tries to play it out. It's poked off of his stick by Benny, but played out and not as far as the blue line as Galea keeps it in. Skied out to center, glove down off the glove of Thomas Van Pelt. Offsides is Woodbridge Township, and they will have to regroup. Bansbach goes off the boards. Van Pelt can't clear the zone as it goes past the skate of TJ Evan. Throw it towards goal for Benny. The shot goes wide. Here's Galea behind the net. Has it stolen away from him. And off the boards goes Jenny. And the puck is played into the South Brunswick end, and we'll get our first line change with 1:05 gone in the first period. Again, Woodbridge Township number 2 in the GMC. They are number 9 in the state in the Public A division, and they will face the Clifton Colts, in a state playoff tournament game that on Friday night at Montclair's Floyd Hall Arena. Played out wide by Matthew Keene and sent all the way down just past the outreach stick of Garrett Ludwig, and this is an icing. New line of Woodbridge Township players. It's Garrett Ludwig and Ryan Snyder on defense. The forward combination, number 88, Luca Filacamo, number 89, Brian Nerota, and number 97, Dante Amato. Mix of schools there as Woodbridge Township joined all 3 of their high school hockey programs in Woodbridge, JFK, and Colonia. South Brunswick, of course, just the one high school. As Amato tries to wrap that around, and it goes through the stick of Inzano. Played out and not as far as center, and now skating it over the line is Ryan Snyder. Has to cross out Garrett Ludwig's number 15. He's wearing number 81 today. As he keeps the puck in there and banks it off the glass, and as far as the half boards, where it's into the paraphernalia of Filacamo and played out to center. Ludwig tries to pitchfork it back in as Nerota takes it into the South Brunswick end. Wrapping it around the boards, it plays up to the blue line. Keep in by Snyder, goes just past the outreach stick of Vincent Zhang. That was Justin Guelph. Out to center, and here's a one-on-one. This is Haran Pana. Pana with Snyder, has a man breaking. Pana fakes a shot, save made by Godfrey. Rebound is into the pads of Godfrey. Doesn't know where it is, and there's the whistle. And the refs determining whether or not it was covered up by Godfrey legally or by Snyder illegally, but they determined that it was under the pads of Adam Godfrey. And we'll get a whistle, and the faceoff will be in the Woodbridge Township end with 2:07 gone in this first period. Still no score between the South Brunswick Vikings and the Woodbridge Township hockey team. Faceoff will be to the right of Godfrey. It's one back to the point. Keep in by Inzano. Pitchforked out to center and knocked out of the air neatly so by Mason Jenny. Jenny wraps it around. The first one to get it is Jarrett DeLemba. DeLemba goes off the wall looking for Benny to get the second effort out. Unable to do so, and DeLemba will have to regroup back behind his own goal. DeLemba steers it back around looking for Benny, who ties up there with Inzano, and it goes back behind the net again for Woodbridge to have to break out. DeLemba tries to go off the boards, this time for TJ Evan, and does. Second pass goes into the stick of Travis Benny. He barely dances by Jenny there and now takes it down the left wing. Shot towards goal, sticked into the corner, that by Inzano. In the corner now with this is Ben Pelt. Keep in by Di Natale. On a second effort, he does it again. A Viking fell to the ice legally so. That one off the stick of Benny. And it's taken now by Mason Jenny. He ties up with Galea in the corner. Skating away with that is the captain, Orthulu. And played back in behind the net. Galea versus Inzano there, and it's played out in front. Stick harmlessly away by Thomas Bounsback. Bounsback has it now again in the Zamboni corner, and it's played up and out to center. Pushed forward once more by Zhang, stolen away by Galea. Drew Galea comes down the left wing, has a man with him. Goes backhand, forehand, looking for a man in front. That was Evan he was looking for, who has it now. TJ Evans skates out of the corner. Shot save made by Romanek. Into the corner it goes. Galea wraps it back down again. Travis Benny with it for the Woodbridge Township. Played around for Vincent Zhang. He goes up and not out of the zone. Looked from our vantage point, it did cross the line, but finally on a second effort it does. As Woodbridge attempts to make a line change, South Brunswick calling for too many men, but they won't get a call as it's played back into the Vikings' end. DeLemba tried to play it forward. Instead, it's pitchforked back into the Woodbridge Township end. Snyder goes off the boards looking for Amato. It hits the referee's skate, and Brian Naroda takes it in 3-on-2. Tries to pass it off for Amato, but it's stolen away and played out to center for the Vikings to break in 3-on-2. Down the right wing, this is Harin Pona. Pona takes it down into the corner, drops the pass off, looking for Zhang, but it's stolen away from him. Pitchforked into the corner by Godfrey, and Snyder will play it up as far as the half boards. Filacamo gets it out to center, out of the reach of Amato. As spinning away with it is Joanne Tattersall, and it's stumped back into the South Brunswick end. Referees for today's game are James Nardello and Brian Peach. And it'll be interesting to see what kind of an impact they have on the game, as well as what kind of a game they will be calling. Filacamo tries to steer that one forward to the point it goes for Snyder. Walks to the slot, fires a shot, saved by Romanek. Out to the point it goes. Snyder again fires, blocked down on the way. That by Harin Pona. Here's Naroda throwing it towards goal. Glove save made by Romanek, but he bobbled it, and it's played out to center where Snyder will have to take over. 5 minutes have been played here in this first period. No score between Woodbridge Township and South Brunswick. Shots 5-3 in favor of Woodbridge Township. That one goes wide and stolen away, and breaking in with this now is Zhang. Zhang down the left wing, goes one-on-one with DeLemba, fires a shot, sticked into the corner by Godfrey. That was Castiello, Castiello with a pair of goals in Monday's win over Edison. Pitchforked forward, onside is Woodbridge Township into the skates of Luca Filacamo. At the blue line, it's poked back out to center. Di Natale pushes forward, and it's stolen away from him by Castiello. Naroda has it across the red line. Tries to push it forward and does. Has Filacamo with him, but it loses the puck. Battle of the fives just over the blue line as it's stumped back in by Woodbridge Township with 9:17 to go in the first period, and again, still no score. That one rolls on goal, and Godfrey will have to steer it away for Jarrett DeLemba. DeLemba, one of the three co-captains of this team. He, Drew Galea, and Travis Benny all share the honors. Wrapped in behind the net, Godfrey out to play it, and he'll leave it off for Di Natale as South Brunswick makes a line change. Here's Drew Galea, drops it back off. This is TJ Evan. Backhanded out wide, looking for Travis Benny, who has it on the right wing. Thrown towards goal, stick in front, they score! TJ Evan on the back door, collects a loose puck, deposits it in behind Clayton Romanek, and it's 1-0 Woodbridge Township. There was a broken play, but it'll count just the same. It'll be TJ Evans' goal, and I'm sure Travis Benny and Drew Galea will get the assist. Either way, the top line connects for Woodbridge Township, and it is now 1-0 in this all-important semifinal. Off the faceoff, Evan was in motion and now puts a forecheck on as it's played back out to center. Galea backhands it into the South Brunswick end. So if the goal does in fact belong to TJ Evan, it will be his 14th of the season, and a big one at that. Benny has it now. And indeed, the goal is credited to TJ Evan, who has the puck on the half boards. To the point for a shot from Ludwig, sticked away by Romanek. Off the boards it goes. and sent out to center ice, where it'll be played ahead by Jenny. Jenny looking ahead for Zhang, ties up, penalty coming up on Travis Benny, and there's the whistle. It's going to be 2 minutes for hooking, and so Travis Benny draws the first penalty of the game with 8:12 to go. South Brunswick will get the first man advantage. As that one was played towards goal, but Travis Benny did all he could just to keep Vincent Zhang from getting a shot on goal opportunity. And so it'll be a face-off to the right of Adam Godfrey. Back to the point it goes. Inzano plays it down low. Stolen away by Zhang. He throws it just wide. Circling with this is Pana. Pana looking for a man in front, finds Zhang, shot goes wide. Oh, excuse me, that was a save made by Godfrey. Puck played out to the blue line, and now Galea will carry it into the center ice end. Tries to stick handle through a man, does, taken down. No call on the play as South Brunswick comes back the other way. Down the right wing, this is Justin Guelph. Walks in on Godfrey, shot save made by Godfrey. Guelph plays up to the point for Inzano and gets it back. Tries to walk to center, plays it in front, stolen away and cleared out to center. Line change made for Woodbridge Township. It'll be Brian Naroda and Dante Amato coming on to replace Evan and Galea. 1:03 to go in this first power play of the game belonging to South Brunswick. 7:11 to go in the first period that sees Woodbridge Township leading 1-0 on a goal by TJ Evan. Puck played back towards the South Brunswick end, and starting up with it is Justin Guelph. Stolen away from him as down the wing comes Amato. Has Naroda with him. Amato shot saved by Romanek as people go crashing into the net. Arm is up. There's going to be a penalty called, and we'll get a whistle with 6:55 to go. Interference is the call, and it remains to be seen who will be getting this penalty. And it looks like it will go against South Brunswick. It'll be 2 minutes for interference. We'll play 4-on-4 for the next 43 seconds, after which Woodbridge Township will have a power play for 1:17. And that's Thomas Bansback getting the penalty. So we skate 4 aside. This will open up the ice a little bit. Started up ahead by Theodore Novitsky. Novitsky over the crest of center ice, gains the Woodbridge Township end, makes one move, has it stolen away from him. Shot up and over the glass, that's taken by Vincent Zhang. Under the stick of Matthew Keene as it rolls all the way back to center. Keene plays it forward for Novitsky, who sticks it ahead for Zhang. Stolen away by Naroda, and now with this comes Amato, taken down, penalty coming up, as Novitsky will go to the box for tripping right in front of the referee, and Novitsky makes no illusions, he knows what he did. And so Woodbridge will get a 4-on-3 power play for 12 seconds. They will then have a 5-on-3 for 1:47. Or excuse me, for 1:29 they will have a 5-on-3. The penalty's coming hard and fast here as that one's played towards goal into the skate of Galea. That shot saved by Romanek, and he'll get the whistle. 6:15 to go in the first period. 3 seconds left on the Travis Benny interference, or the hooking minor, excuse me. And for those of you waiting for a color commentator because you're probably tired of the sound of my voice, I believe we have the Honorable Mayor McCormick on his way to join me in the broadcast booth. As this one's cleared out to center, it's a 5-on-3 for Woodbridge for the next 1:10. Travis Benny will start out for Woodbridge. Dishes it off for TJ Evan with a head of steam. Comes down the left wing with Di Natale with him. Throws it in front, looking for Di Natale. Goes onto the stick, backhanded just wide by Naroda. Into the corner where it'll be played in front. Shot saved by Romanek. Out to the point. Benny fires, blocked on the diving play there by Mason Jenny. Wrapped around the boards for Di Natale. Looking to Galea on the half boards, who has it now. Drew Galea, to the point it goes for Benny. Benny fires a shot, saved by Romanek. Puck is loose. Romanek has it, and he'll get the whistle with 5:27 to go, and some pushing and shoving ensues. Nothing to come of it, though. 1-0 lead for Woodbridge Township. They have the advantage in shots, 9-6. 32 seconds remaining in the 5-on-3. 1:03 left on the Woodbridge Township man advantage. As we're so glad you can join us here on TV 35 for this GMC semifinal between the Woodbridge Township hockey team and the South Brunswick Vikings. Played towards goal, it goes to the point. Benny holds and looks for a man. He finds one in TJ Evan. Evan very deliberate with the puck, goes backdoor, Galea, shot, score! And it's Drew Galea on the back door. 2-0 Woodbridge Township. And once again, the top line of Galea, Evan, and Benny converts for another goal, this time on the power play. Woodbridge still with the man advantage for 53 seconds. It's 2-0 Woodbridge Township. Off the faceoff, played just out of the reach of Galea and pushed forward this one by Castiello. Castiello's shot saved by Godfrey, and he'll cover up as there was a Viking player in front. And we'll get the whistle with 5:09 to go in the first period. 45 seconds remaining in the Woodbridge Township man advantage. Woodbridge Township has a 2-0 lead about midway through this first period of this first semifinal game. The winner of this game will face the winner of our second semifinal tonight between the St. Joe's Falcons and the Monroe Falcons.
Woodbridge goal scored by number 9, Drew Galea, assist number 12, TJ Evan.
So Evan gets the assist on Drew Galea's goal, and that is his 10th of the season. On the career, goal number 54. And with the assist today, he now has 113 points, the all-time leading scorer in Colonia High School history. I hearken to say Woodbridge Township because the teams have only been merged for the 1 year. I believe the honor for all-time leading scorer in Woodbridge Township and Woodbridge High School goes to Danny Swansboro, and the all-time leader in JFK, I believe as of right now, is still Justin Zeisel, although that could be contested. Sticked out wide by Evan with 4:16 to go in the first period. Galea has it in the Zamboni corner. Has the puck knocked away from him and covered up by Romanek, and there's the whistle with 4:11 to go in the first period. Shots 10-9 in favor of Woodbridge Township, but they have the lead where it counts in the big yellow numbers, 2-0. Woodbridge Township is 1 for 2 with the power play. South Brunswick 0 for 1. Sticked back into the South Brunswick end by Ludwig. Circling with it is Nowitzki. And it's stolen away from Tattersall. They tie up in the corner. Naroda tries to play it in front, but it's knocked away from him. Up the wall it goes, but not out. Almost onto the stick of Filicamo, who steals it away from Tattersall, but has it back. Up the wall it goes for Zhang. Played out to center, too far for Jenny, the captain of this Vikings team, and played out to center. Stolen away again, and breaking it with it is Zhang. Down the right wing, he looks for a man, has it stolen away by Jenny. Zhang has it now. Zhang knocked off the puck neatly by Ludwig as it's wrapped back out for Jenny. Out in front, backdoor play, but nobody's home as Ludwig will stick it off the boards and out to the half wall, but not out. Two Vikings converge on Luca Filicamo. Referee shouting, move it, as it's stolen away, and now Snyder has it. Out to center, 2-on-1 developing for Woodbridge Township. It's Naroda, he's got Amato with him. Offsides as Amato couldn't hold the line on the second move by Naroda. 3:04 to go in the first period. Woodbridge Township leading 2-0, and there will be a center ice face-off coming up in just a second. You can hear the fans behind me as Woodbridge Township with a lot of support today, and they'll need even more if they make it through this game, as Friday night's final will be contested against a Falcons team that is very good, be they of St. Joe's or Monroe. All the way down, this should be an icing, and it will, and the faceoff will come back into the South Brunswick end. Now, for those of you unfamiliar with high school hockey as opposed to NHL rules, whereas in the NHL, teams are not allowed to change on an icing. Here, changes can happen very frequently. Obviously, there's no immediate timeouts. It's a little bit more of a basic style of hockey, but still very, very competitive, as this one's thrown on goal right off the face-off. A nifty play. I believe that was Amato who took the face-off. Up the wall it goes. Just over the line as Dalemba couldn't keep it in, and it's dished back in. Matthew Keane will start it up for the Vikings with 2:40 to go in the first period. Through the skates of Barzal. Guelph has it. Now it's played out wide for Thomarulu. Shot save made by Godfrey, and he will hang on and get a whistle with 2:29 to go in the first period. Line change being made for Woodbridge Township. That top line of Galea, Evan, and Benny coming out now with Snyder and Luke Bizub on defense. First time we called Luke Bizub's name today. Face-off is won by the Vikings out to the point. Pona has it and sends it back in. Snyder will wrap it around looking for Travis Benny and finding him. Benny plays it up ahead for Galea. Galea tries to dance through Pona and does so. Back for Galea. Circles back looking for Benny, who tied up on the slot, and it's played out to center. And it's being taken in by Guelph. Guelph gets around Snyder but can't beat Bizub, as down to the ice hard went Guelph. Gets up though and is continuing to play on. Looks like he's okay. Bizub will skate it out now to center. Tries to stick it forward for Evan, but it's gloved out of the air by Nowitzki. Circling with it is TJ Evan. Makes a nice move and gets through the attacking forward. Down the wing comes Evan. Has it poked away from him, but gets it back off the stick of Inzano. To the point it goes for Bizub. A shot catches the high glass and bounces into the Zamboni corner, where South Brunswick will take over. Minute 33 to go in the first period. Played ahead just out of the reach of Cole Armstrong, who battles there with Snyder. Snyder goes out wide for Bizub. Bizub pulls ahead and into the skates of a Viking as it's dished forward by Galea. Filacamo looks in front for Amato but can't find him as it's knocked out of the air. Amato steals it back now and throws it towards goal, but it's knocked away by Inzano. Inzano starts in 3-on-2, has a man with him, makes a move and goes into the corner. Taken down, penalty coming up on Dalemba as Inzano is taken down illegally. It'll be a tripping call on Jarrett Dalemba as the touch is made with exactly 1 minute remaining in the first period. And exactly what you don't want if you're Woodbridge Township. You have all the momentum. You now are giving South Brunswick a chance to get back in and to get on the board and make something happen. It'll be a face-off to the right of Adam Godfrey. It'll be Snyder and DiNatale on defense with Galea and Evan up front to kill this penalty off. Shots are 11-10 in favor of Woodbridge Township. 2 have gone in for Woodbridge Township. Face-off is won by Galea, but it's contested into the corner where DiNatale has it. Off the wall he goes and wraps it around. Keeping it at the line by Nowitzki. He plays it in, but it bounces out to center and skied out to center ice now. Over the glove of TJ Evan, no icing as Woodbridge Township is shorthanded and can dump the puck as they please. Nowitzki has it as into forecheck comes Drew Galea. Nice poke check by Galea. He stole it away, and getting it back was Mason Jenny. Across the crease, very dangerous play for South Brunswick, but they have it now and start up. Out of the reach of Jenny, just past the reach stick of TJ Evan, and sent back into the South Brunswick end. Circling with it is Nowitzki with 20 seconds to go in the first period. Jenny pokes it forward. Looking ahead for Van Pelt. Jenny with it on the half boards. Takes it in behind the goal line and dances behind Godfrey's net. Circles back looking for a man as he's got DiNatale all over him. Jenny making some nice moves with the puck, plays it out to the point. Shot coming, saved by Godfrey. Puck is loose, and Godfrey has it under him, but it's played out wide. And there's the whistle with 0.8 of a second to go in the first period, as rink manager Danny Swansborough with a very emphatic no-goal call as he had the bird's eye view right on the line. So it'll be a face-off to the right of Godfrey. This face-off merely a formality. 0.8 of a second remain as the other referee will get in goal line position, and the face-off is tied up into the feet of both players, and there's the buzzer. So after an eventful 15 minutes of play, it's Woodbridge Township 2 and the South Brunswick Vikings 0. We'll step aside for a brief minute and be back for the second period. You're watching Woodbridge Township hockey here on the Woodbridge Channels. welcome you back to the Woodbridge Community Center for this coverage of high school sports on the Woodbridge channels. Andrew Shapiro calling this GMC semifinal between Woodbridge Township Hockey and the South Brunswick Vikings. Woodbridge Township leads 2-0 after one period of play. Goals by TJ Evan and Drew Galea, with Travis Benny getting a pair of assists on each goal. Galea and Evan each assisting on their respective other goal. Faceoff is won by Woodbridge Township, up to center and dumped in by Haran Pona. Backhand, forehand shot saved by Godfrey, but the puck goes into the corner. That was a nice play there off the faceoff by Justin Guelph. Di Natale has it and wraps it around the boards. Goes keep in by Enzano, deflected on goal, blockered away by Godfrey. Shots were 11-10 in the first period in favor of Woodbridge Township. To the point it goes for Bansback, shot saved by Godfrey. Bansback ties up and Evan pushes it forward. TJ Evan 1-on-2 for Woodbridge Township. Stolen away from him, and he tries to get it back, kicks it to himself, but unable to keep possession. Played out to center where, you guessed it, TJ Evan has the puck. Skied back into the South Brunswick end, gloved down by Pana, and he'll stick it forward. Down the right wing, faking his shot, was Justin Guelph. Backdoor play, but it never makes it there as Galea wraps it around the boards. Keep in by Enzano. Down into the Zamboni corner, Enzano has it again for South Brunswick. To the point it goes. A nice play on the back check there by Brian Naroda, coming off the bench for a line change. As offsides is South Brunswick. Circling with it is Naroda, ahead for Drew Galea as South Brunswick completes a line change. Here's Galea, backhand, forehand, hanging onto the puck as he takes it into the corner. Spins away from the check of Enzano, ties up with two Vikings as Jenny comes into the play, as it's stolen away by Bansback. Bansback dances through Filicamo and plays it out to center off the stick of Jenny. Gloved down and kept forward by Di Natale. It's high up in front of the camera as it's played ahead by Naroda. Naroda 2-on-3, tries to leave it off for Amato, who didn't see the puck coming, as it's played up ahead by South Brunswick. Mason Jenny comes down the left wing, has a man with him on the opposite side, that Thomas Van Pelt. Jenny takes it into the corner, ties up with Di Natale, who finishes his check. To the point it goes for Nowitzki. Nowitzki throws it back into the corner where Jenny has it behind the net, walks it in front, save made by Godfrey. Loose puck, Godfrey with another save, puck is loose again! Godfrey covers up! Adam Godfrey standing tall in the net, as he keeps the puck out of the net and keeps it a 2-0 lead for Woodbridge Township, facing consecutive shots after consecutive shots. And it'll be a face-off to the right of the senior from Woodbridge. It's Amato, Filicamo, and Naroda with Delemba and Ludwig on D. That the 5 for Woodbridge Township. Dante Amato starts out to center. Pitchforks it forward, looking for Filicamo. Filicamo has it stolen away from him. Spinning away from the check of Filicamo was Matthew Keene, who wraps it back the opposite way. To the point it goes, and out of play. We get a stoppage of play. A slashing call is being assessed, and it looks like it's going to be on Matthew Keene, as he has some arguing words for the referee. But to no avail, as Woodbridge will get their second power play of the game. They did have a 5-on-3. They converted on the first half of it. They are 1 for 2 with the man advantage, as Matthew Keene gets 2 minutes for slashing at the 2:28 mark of the second period. South Brunswick 0 for 2 with the man advantage, oh by the way. Face-off is to the left of Clayton Romanek, the goaltender for South Brunswick, who stopped 9 out of 11 shots that he faced in the first period, has stopped both of the shots that he's faced in the second so far. Naroda looking in front for Delemba, but he couldn't get there in time. Galeas takes it away, taken down by Haran Pona, and it's played out to center. Out wide, and now with it is Delemba. Delemba fires a shot, stick save made by Romanek. Wrapping it around for Naroda. He ties up into the corner, stolen away by Nowitzki, and he'll skate it out. Thomas Nowitzki goes off the boards looking for a man in Pana, who gets by Travis Benny, takes him down as the puck stays in the feet of the referee, that's James Nardello. Tie up in front of the South Brunswick bench, eating valuable time for the Vikings penalty kill, as down the wing comes TJ Evan, has Galea breaking to the net, holds, looking for Galea on the back door, but he can't find it as he was tied up and taken away from the play by Nowitzki. Circling with this now is Thomas Bansbach with 1:02 to go in the power play for Woodbridge Township, 11:30 to go in the second period. Woodbridge Township still with a 2-0 lead as that one's thrown on goal, had to be blockered away by Godfrey on the center ice dump in. South Brunswick completes a line change as Drew Galea will hold on to it behind his own net. Has Mason Jenny in front of him. Looking out wide for TJ Evan, but it's taken by Delemba into the feet of Evan and pitchfork back into the end of the Woodbridge Township hockey team by Vincent Zhang. Godfrey has to leave it off for Galea to start up with 35 seconds to go in the second period, or 35 seconds to go in the power play, with 11 minutes to go in the period now. As this is an icing for Woodbridge Township as they can't seem to get that breakout together. Faceoff will come back in to the Woodbridge Township end to the left of Adam Godfrey. The power play unit for Woodbridge Township now is Amato, Filicamo, and Neroda, with Di Natale and Snyder on defense. Tie up on the face-off. It's played forward by Woodbridge Township in the person of Ryan Snyder. Taken out of the play neatly by Castiello and pushed forward now by Neroda. Neroda cuts back to center, fires a shot wide, as picking up the rebound is Amato. Amato rubbed off the puck by Pauna. It's played out wide, assuming that was Inzano. As Snyder pushes it forward, Filicamo in the corner has it now. Played up the wing but not out by Joanne Tattersall. Taken by Snyder as the power play has expired, and out of the box came a Viking, but a shot in an attempt to break free. Thomas Van Pelt missed the mark completely and went wide. So it's an icing for South Brunswick, and the faceoff will be back in their end with 10:27 to go in the second period. Woodbridge Township leading 2-0. Shots are 14-12 thus far in the game. In the period, it's a 3-2 advantage for Woodbridge Township. Same five will take the ice for Woodbridge Township to the right of Romanek. Face-off won by the Vikings and wrapped around the boards by Nowitzki. A nice keep by Justin Di Natale. Pitchforked out to center and skating away with it is Pauna. Pauna comes in one-on-one on Snyder, fakes a move, and Snyder a nice poke check to knock the puck away. Played along the half boards as Pauna has it now. Looking for the slot, stolen away by Amato, and he'll play it out to center. Tattersall spins away from the check that was Amato, and it's played forward through the skates of Justin Guelph, who dances past the check of Justin Di Natale and keeps the puck in the Zamboni door. Into the feet of Pauna. Played out to the point for Tattersall to keep in. Pitchforked ahead and out to 2-on-1. Here's Amato with Filicamo coming with him. Here's Dante Amato. He fires a shot. Save made by Romanek. A tie up in the corner between Amato and Tattersall. That battle's been going on all shift. This round goes to Amato as he plays it ahead for Filicamo. Filicamo looking in front. Puck bounces in the crease and it's played out to the wall and skated out of harm's way by Pauna. Pauna comes down over the Woodbridge Township end, makes a nice move, keeps the puck, cuts to the slot. Shot goes up and the save made by Godfrey at the blocker. Played out to center, it'll be taken by Filicamo. He skates away from the check of Jenny. Two Vikings converge on him, and the puck is corralled now this time by Thomas Bansbach. Played back into the Woodbridge Township end. First one to get it is Amber Spearnock. First time we've mentioned her name today for Woodbridge Township. Nice card-crushing check by TJ Evan as Drew Galea skates away with it. Galea has the puck stolen away from him, dishes it back off for TJ Evan, and out to head for Van Pelt. Van Pelt comes in 2-on-1, has a man breaking with him, that's Zhang. Van Pelt cuts wide on Dilemma, backdoor play looking for Jenny, but can't find him. Jenny plays it into the corner. Drew Galea ties up there as it's stolen away by Di Natale up the boards and out of the zone. Rolling back into the South Brunswick end, not enough legs for an icing, as the first one to get it for Woodbridge Township is going to be number 27. Got to find a 27 on my roster. As it's played out for Amber Spearnock. Galea has it now. Left off the puck, take the check from Bansbach. As skating up with it for South Brunswick is Jenny. Jenny makes a nice move to cut over the blue line. Takes it into the corner. Backdoor play. Pushed forward by Bansbach. As that one rolls on goal, and we'll get a whistle with 8 minutes to go. 8:05 left in the second period. It's 2-0 lead for Woodbridge Township. Face-off will be to the left of Adam Godfrey. It's going to be a new group of players on the ice for Woodbridge Township. Amato, Filicamo, and Naroda, with Luke Bizub, and I believe that is Ryan Snyder on defense with them. If I had to guess, it says 27, I think is Justin Junkus. We'll get confirmation of that during this intermission break as it's played out to center and kept in. Nice dangle play there by Pana out to the center ice slot, and coming away with this is Filicamo. Here's Filicamo down the left wing, has the puck knocked away from him, offsides, and we'll get a whistle. 7:47 to go in the second period, still 2-0 lead for Woodbridge Township. Ryan Snyder, I think, thought he was getting a penalty. I thought the faceoff was on the opposite side of the ice as he skated towards the box. But it's an offsides play, and the faceoff is to the camera side, near side of the ice. Pushed forward off the faceoff, and South Brunswick will have to skate at the length of the ice. Backhanded away by Matthew Keene. Here's Tattersall in the corner. Stolen away from her briefly by Naroda, now this time for good by Amato. Amato walks in, shot, save made by Romanek. Puck bounces around, and it's Pana for South Brunswick, but it's taken away from him before he can even start up by Amato. Amato, a good job to protect the puck in the corner, and plays it down below the goal line for Filicamo. Spin move in front, looking for Amato, puck on goal, and covered up by Romanek with 7:18 to go in the second period. Clayton Romanek comes into this game a junior with an .883 save percentage. He was the goalie on record in the 10-0 shutout win over Edison. South Brunswick with a little bit of a shorter bench today. Neither one of these teams really carrying a full 20-man roster. That one off the face-off is saved by Romanek. Played out in front. I'm going to go with Junkus for right now. He's wearing number 27. Skied into the corner, glove down by Galea, on goal on the side of the net now, and the puck is loose in front. They tie up just to the left of the goal as it's skated out of harm's way by Castiello. Michael Castiello dances through Luke Bizub and comes down the left wing, walks in, shot, and he missed the net, caught the high glass. I thought he might have rang the bar on that. Oh no. Out in front, Castiello shot, save made by Godfrey, and he covers up the rebound, and there's some extra pushing and shoving with 6:47 to go in the second period, and still Woodbridge Township holding on to a 2-0 lead. New defensive pair will come in. It's going to be Jared DeLemba and Justin DiNatale. Same forward line of Junkus, Galea, and Evan. Face-off is to the left of Godfrey, won by South Brunswick. Shot from the point, saved by Godfrey, and kicked out in front. A juicy rebound, but now it's played out to center. TJ Evan throws a check, but can't finish it, as it's stolen away by Bansback. Bansback will start up with 6:35 to go in the second period. Gets through the poke check of Evan, dances to the slot. Shot, save made by Godfrey! Wrapped around the boards. Here's Jenny, spinning off the check and taking it behind the net again. Intercepted this time by TJ Evan. Evan backhands it out to Galea at center ice. Galea 1-on-2, takes it down the right wing, tries to dance through Bansback, throws it on goal, and it's going to be covered up by Romanek, and he'll get the whistle with 6:12 to go in the second period. The backup goaltender for South Brunswick in this game is Benjamin Reichbart. He carries an .816 save percentage, a sophomore, and both of these goalies with losses to Woodbridge Township earlier in the year. A 4-1 victory for Woodbridge Township here at the Community Center back in December. January saw a 5-2 win of Woodbridge Township over South Brunswick, that at Pro Skate in Monmouth Junction. Pushed forward and wrapped around the boards by another new number, Nate Menente. Wrap in front, shot, save made by Romanek, and he'll get the whistle, as that one was played out in front by Dante Amato. Nate's older brothers, Jake and Zach, both came through the Colonia hockey program. Jake, a very successful young man from the Colonia High School team. Zach, also successful from Colonia High School as well. Jake now playing college hockey for SUNY Cortland, where Jarrett DeLemba will most likely be joining him next year. That announcement to come probably in the coming months. Down the right wing comes Pona. Backdoor play, shot, score! Justin Guelph followed the play. Hurried Pona set him up. And South Brunswick's on the board. It's 2-1 with 5:51 to go in the second period. for Justin Guelph. That's going to be goal number 14 on the season. Point number 23. And it's a big goal as South Brunswick is on the board. They haven't been able to solve Godfrey all day, and they beat him there on the backdoor play. And then they come again. That one goes up and out of play. Quickly now, South Brunswick gaining the momentum and doing everything they can to try to get a second goal past Godfrey and equalize this game. And the faceoff will be just outside the Woodbridge Township end. It'll be Drew Galea to tie up with Justin Guelph, both goal scorers in this game. Sticked ahead by Matthew Keene, and it'll go back in behind the Woodbridge Township end. Garrett Ludwig ties up with Guelph, who wraps it around the boards. It goes to the point. Keene fires a shot, saved by Godfrey. Another juicy rebound, then it's cleared out of harm's way. Onside play for TJ Evan, who can't control the bouncer. Check towards the goal, and it's gloved down by Romanak, and he'll get the whistle with 5:21 to go in the second period. Woodbridge Township now leading 2-1. Shots in the game, 20-17 in favor of Woodbridge Township. It's a 9-7 advantage in the period. And it's a face-off to the left of Romanak, tied up and won by the Vikings. Circling with it is Bonsback. He plays it out for Pona. Ahead for Justin Guelph, knocked down out of the air by Ludwig. Back into the Woodbridge Township end where Snyder will have to play it ahead. Centered up for Benny, pushed forward, and now it's a 2-on-1 as Galea had it knocked off of him, and now reinforcements are coming back. Out wide goes Cole Armstrong, and it's sticked ahead by Ronit Thomarurulu, and it's played into the Woodbridge Township end. Snyder pitchforks it back, but it's intercepted out in front, and nothing coming of it as the puck lay there in the slot for nobody to bang home. Puck shot from the point by Bonsback, but it carried wide. 4:35 to go in the second period. 2-1 lead for Woodbridge Township, but South Brunswick gaining momentum and getting shots towards goal. Bonsback pushes it forward. Stolen away by Snyder. It goes to the point. TJ Evan pitchforks it wide. And here comes Galea over center. Galea one-on-one. Tries to make a move. Cuts to his backhand. Throws it on goal. And a save made by Romanak. Off the glass, but not out as it's kept in by Snyder. On goal, save made by Romanak. Galea ties up in the behind the net with Inzano. And help came in the person of Brendan Kane, but it's not out on a second effort. Out wide, here's Travis Benny. He throws it on goal. It's gloved down by Romanak, and he'll get the whistle. With 3:56 to go in the second period, Woodbridge Township holding on to that 2-1 lead. Scoring in the first period for Woodbridge Township, TJ Evan and Drew Galea. And a second period goal by South Brunswick by Justin Guelph is how we got to this position. Face-off is to the left of Clayton Romanak. Won by Woodbridge Township. Delemba throws it down low for Amato. Amato ties up there, and it's played out by Naroda in the corner. Looking for Filicamo in front. He was tied up as pushing forward as Di Natale. He loses the battle. 3-on-1 for South Brunswick, back the other way. Van Pelt fires a shot over the bar. Karams all the way around. Naroda pokes it out, but not to center. Finally, it's cleared out on a second attempt. Naroda has it 3-on-1. He's got Amato and Filicamo with him, but elects to shoot, and it's knocked out of the air. Thrown in front, bounced in the crease, and steered out of harm's way by Mason Jenny. 3-on-2, back the other way for South Brunswick. Zhang pokes it forward, but he lost control as Delemba goes into the corner with Jenny. Interception by Van Pelt. Loose in front. On the point now is taken by Tattersall. She plays out wide and dumped back into the end by Keene. Back around with 3:05 to go in the second period. Amato tries to reverse direction. Played up again in front of the Zamboni door. Keep in by Tattersall. She wraps it around the boards. First one there is Di Natale. He plays it up looking for Filicamo, but he can't clear the zone. Looked for the check and knocked the puck. Off the glass, takes a funny bounce, hops over the stick of Di Natale, but on a second effort, plays it out to center. Just out of the reach of Naroda, but he pushes forward, ties up with Tattersall. Shot save made by Romanak. A good individual effort by Brian Naroda. Slapped out to center, and all the way down it goes, back into the Woodbridge Township end. Now South Brunswick will regroup. Harit Pona has it stolen away, and here comes TJ Evan down the right wing, in by himself, drops it back off for Travis Benny. Benny, backdoor play, and he misses the net altogether. Delemba, the first one there for Woodbridge Township with 2:20 to go in the second period. Puck played out to center as the race is on, pushed forward by Garrett Ludwig as he loses the race now, this one by Justin Guelph. Guelph tries to walk in one-on-one and a poke check made by Travis Benny. Guelph spins off a check from Benny as they collide hard along the half boards, and it's stolen away by Woodbridge Township. Skating out with it is Ludwig. Ludwig has it knocked away from him, gets possession back, looking for TJ Evan in the slot, but unable to connect as South Brunswick will attempt to start up. Poked forward by Travis Benny, 2 Woodbridge Township players come in to attack as it's sent all the way down, and this will be an icing with 1:45 to go in the second period. Woodbridge Township holding on to a 2-1 lead. Shots 24-17 in the game, and it's a 13-7 advantage for Woodbridge Township in the period. Line change coming for Woodbridge Township. It's going to be Nate Menente with Brian Naroda and Luca Filicamo. So Menente taking Dante Amato's place today on this line, or at least for this shift. It's Ludwig and Snyder on D as it's won by the Vikings and pushed forward. Snyder keeps it in but fires a shot up and into the ceiling, and so will get the whistle with 1:40 to go in the second. And again, the winner of this game will face the winner of the Falcon Showdown later on tonight. It's Monroe and St. Joe's in the second semifinal. The GMC final will take place right here at the Woodbridge Community Center on Friday at 6:45 p.m. Bansback has it behind the net and wraps it up and out. Here's Menente to keep it in. Menente pushes forward and it's out to the point. Keep in by Ludwig. He fires a shot blocked down out of the air. And now the race is on. First one to get it for South Brunswick was Castiello. The fans wanted an offsides play, but Brian Naroda wanted an offsides call. No one got anything as it's out in front. Backhanded, just what? A pad saved by Adam Godfrey. He stuck the pad out and robbed Castiello, who was alone in front. Snyder has the puck stolen away from him. Ties up with Brendan Kane. Last minute of play in the second period, as you can hear from the announcement, as Snyder will skate it out to center. Into the skate of Menente. Filicamo tied up there with Inzano as it's pushed forward and back out to center. Circling back with it is Bansbach. He plays a cross-ice pass and it bounces up and just in front of the South Brunswick bench. Filicamo tried to play it ahead. Cole Armstrong had his stick tied up as Brian Naroda is taken down, or excuse me, that's Ryan Snyder taken down with no stick from Castiello. You can feel the tension building as that one's intercepted on the clearing attempt, now played out to center on a second effort. Jenny throws it back into the Woodbridge Township end. Snyder, the first one there, forget it for Woodbridge Township, but he can't beat the oncoming forecheck of Thomas Van Pelt. Naroda wraps it up the boards, but not out. It's high up on the half boards. It only comes Filicamo. He's unable to get the job done. Bansbach keeps it in, and now on a second effort, cleared out to center. Here comes Naroda, 2-on-2. Naroda fires a shot out of play as it caught the net above the glass with 3.3 seconds to go in the second period. So it'll be a face-off outside. The second period should come to a close momentarily. One last face-off to decide. And thus far, with the man advantage, South Brunswick 0 for 2. Woodbridge Township is 1 for 3. They lead 2-1. Face-off tied up. And there is the buzzer to signal the end of 30 minutes of play. It's Woodbridge Township 2 and South Brunswick 1. We hope you'll come back for the third period here on the Woodbridge channels. We certainly will be here, so please don't go anywhere. Community Center. It's Woodbridge Township Ice Hockey in this GMC semifinal between the Woodbridge Township hockey team and the South Brunswick Vikings. Andrew Shapiro taking you through the third period of action. Woodbridge Township leads 2-1 here in this third period. First period goals by TJ Evan and Drew Galea put Woodbridge Township up 2-0. And a second period goal by Justin Guelph put South Brunswick on the board and put them this game at 2-1. We're underway in the third period, 15 minutes to decide which team will go to the finals of the GMC tournament. Travis Benny, backdoor save made by Romanek. Here's Benny to the point it goes. On goal and into the corner. And we do want to apologize. The number 27 from Woodbridge Township that we thought was Justin Yunkus today is actually being worn by Matt Fiore. And so we definitely want to make sure that Matt gets his credit due. Di Natale lost the handle on the puck and leaves it in the corner for Delemba. Glove down by Di Natale. Up the wall it goes for TJ Evan to start out. He banks it off the boards looking for Galea, finding him. Down left wing, here's Galea. Shot goes wide, wraps all the way around and kept in by Delemba. Delemba throws that one on goal, and Romanek got a piece of it. And the faceoff will stay inside as it went out of play. 43 seconds have elapsed here in the third period. And Woodbridge Township holding on to a 2-1 lead. Speaking in the intermission with Principal of Colonia High School, Ken Pace, and Superintendent Dr. Robert Vega, we all confirmed that the Woodbridge Township team looked a little bit on the winded side in the second period, so you'll look for Coach Montecolo to definitely make sure that he shortens the shifts a little bit. That one played back into the Woodbridge end, and his first one there to get is Ryan Snyder. He goes off the wall and finds Filicamo. Luca Filicamo plays out to center, looking for Dante Amato, but it went through him, goes all the way down, and Theodore Nowitzki will have to play it for South Brunswick. Stolen away by Amato, backdoor play. He was looking for Filicamo, but it bounced around and out of harm's way out to center. Offsides as it was played in and touched by Filicamo. Minute 15 gone by in the third period. Woodbridge Township holding a 2-1 lead. Woodbridge Township number 2 in the GMC, number 9 in the Public A Division, coming in at 17-3-1, 7-1 in the GMC this year. Their one loss, a 6-3 defeat to, 7-1-1. They have a loss to St. Joe's and a tie, I believe it was against Monroe. Face-off is played back by South Brunswick. It's taken by Matthew Keene. Keene wraps the puck around, stolen away by Amato. Played into the corner looking for Filicamo as it rolls back behind the net. Circling away with it is Keene, and he'll start out to center. Just out of the reach of Thumaruru, and it's played back behind the net. Snyder has it and throws it around the boards. Amato can't keep the puck as it's pushed forward by Keene. Puna has it now, and it's played out to center. Matthew Keene has it inside his own zone and plays it out wide. Thumaruru lost it and skating away with it for a moment was Harit Pona. Snyder goes off the wall for Amato just out of his reach, but he got enough to negate an icing as it's played back into the Vikings' end. 12:55 to go in the third period. Woodbridge Township leading 2-1. The winner of this game will take on the winner of St. Joe's and Monroe in the next semifinal. And this is a penalty call coming up to Woodbridge Township. It's going to be a trip, I believe, on Luca Filicamo. Or excuse me, that's Brian Naroda, as he gets holding. Can't say I understand the logic behind a holding call, as it was definitely more of a trip than anything, but it's 2 minutes for holding on Brian Naroda. And South Brunswick will go back to the man advantage. They are 0 for 2 on the day. Face off to the left of Godfrey, played back to the point and won by Bansbach. Corner now goes on goal, sticked away by Godfrey. Had to cover the bouncing puck and get the whistle as he tried to play it into the corner, but the puck would not settle. And this is a dangerous line for South Brunswick to have out there, as it's Vincent Zhang, Mason Jenny, and Cole Armstrong. This line combined for, I believe it was 7 of the 10 goals that South Brunswick scored in their 10-0 victory over Edison in the quarterfinal matchup on Monday. To the point it goes through the skates of Bansbach, stolen away. Bansbach has it now and takes it into the corner. Dances around Di Natale. Holding in the corner to the point he goes for Inzano. Out wide for Zhang. Zhang, a shot, deflects on goal. Save made by Godfrey. Loose in front. Godfrey, another save. He's quite out of position behind the net. And a nice play by TJ Evan to knock the puck away. Jenny has it now for South Brunswick. Takes it behind the net. Cuts in front. Loose in front. Played into the corner and cleared out by Drew Galea. 1:06 to go in the man advantage. 11:55 to go in the third period as Romanak had to come out and play that from the forechecking TJ Evan. Evan back-checking hard, throws a check on Jenny. Puck is stolen away. Evan has it now and just lifts it out and all the way down. 48 seconds to go in the man advantage for South Brunswick. 11:35 remaining in the third period. Woodbridge Township holding on to a 2-1 lead. Skating up with it is Inzano. Stolen away from Bonsback, but he gets it back. Here's Thomas Bonsback, plays out wide for Inzano. Down the right wing, he drops it off. With it is Castiello, shot, score! Castiello threw it in front. It deflected off somebody. Don't know if it was a Viking or a Woodbridge Township player, but it got in behind Godfrey. It's a power play goal for South Brunswick, and this game is tied at 2. And we'll have to wait for the official announcement to come in, but I don't know who's going to get credit for that. As Mike Castiello threw that puck just off the corner, threw it in front, it bounced off of somebody, and Godfrey just couldn't keep it out. Tied up at center, and skating away with it is Castiello again. He comes down the left wing this time. Holding, taken down, no call, wrapped back around by Filicamo. Up the wall it goes for Pana. And Castiello's going to get credit for the goal as this one goes to the point for a shot, but Nowitzki saved by Godfrey, loose in front, and this one goes wide. It's a shooting gallery on Adam Godfrey as South Brunswick has really turned it up here in the third period. Down the wall it goes, played in front, blocked out of the way by Naroda, and played out to center, and all the way down it goes. On goal, so no icing with 10:38 to go in the third period. Michael Castiello gets the power play goal for South Brunswick. That is his 13th of the season, and more importantly for South Brunswick, it knots this game up at 2 goals apiece midway through the third. Stolen away by Dante Amato. Amato dances through the check of Castiello. Played out wide. Snyder has it for Woodbridge Township now. He goes across for Ludwig. Ludwig makes a move around Pana, plays it up ahead for Amato. Backhands it up the boards. And finally, Amato had it, and it's offsides as we'll get the whistle. With 10:08 to go in the third, and its game is now tied at 2. Shots even at 25 apiece. It was a 24-18 advantage for Woodbridge Township. So 7 shots very early in this third period for the Vikings, and just 1 for Woodbridge Township. And you can definitely tell the momentum is starting to swing back to South Brunswick's advantage. Played in and sticked into the corner by Godfrey. Delemba has it and wraps it around the boards. Interception there by Castiello. Up with it is Di Natale. He cased it up the left wing. Takes a hard check from Vincent Zhang. Evan has the puck go by him, and Delemba has to corral it now with Vincent Jenny on him. Up the wall he goes. Evan has it stolen away, and a big check on goal. A shot save made by Godfrey. Evan threw a big check on Thomas Van Pelt, and Drew Galea will skate up with it now. Galea has Evan with him. Comes in on the right wing, looking for Evan on the back door, but it's knocked in front. Loose shot, Benny, score! Travis Benny follows up the loose puck, and Woodbridge goes back in front, 3-2. 9:27 to go in the third period, and Travis Benny joins the party. The only member of this line to not score a goal. He finally cashes in. Woodbridge Township back in front 3-2 with 9:27 to go in this third period. Puck played back into the South Brunswick end. It's offsides with the Vikings. TJ Evans tied up with Joseph Inzano for a little bit there, but nothing came of it. South Brunswick now has to start up as a big collision. Inzano and TJ Evan, and Evans slow to get up in front of the South Brunswick end. Big collision in front of the Woodbridge end. Evan now back in the play and skating as if he's okay. Puck sent all the way down, no icing. Evan comes in and throws a check on Inzano. Galea has it, looking in front for Evan. Evan has it stolen away from him, and skating up with it is Vincent Zhang. Head of steam, here's Pana down the right wing. Tries to dance through Di Natale and does. Di Natale has it in his feet, takes a hard check from Zhang. Penalty coming up on South Brunswick. Tie up along the board, sees the puck come out to center. Filicamo comes out now, and Godfrey goes to the bench for the extra skater. Filicamo backhands it on goal, as there's the touch, and South Brunswick will be down a man. 2 minutes for cross-checking is the call with 8:31 to go in the third period. Woodbridge Township is 1 for 3 with the man advantage today. A power play goal here would be huge, as Michael Castiello gets 2 minutes for interference.
5-3-9.
So with 8:31 to play here in the third period, this is a big moment in time for Woodbridge Township. A power play goal here would cushion the lead to a 2-goal advantage, which they had in the first period. Galea has it, goes off the boards for DiNatale. Back for Galea. On the half boards, Galea holds, looks in front, score! Drew Galea from no angle! And it's 4-2, Woodbridge Township! Just 10 seconds into the man advantage, and Drew Galea goes top shelf for his second of the game. DiNatale will get the assist on that goal. Drew Galea's second goal of the game, and that is his 11th of the season. Has Woodbridge back in front on a 2-goal advantage. Travis Benny's goal, by the way, was his 17th of the season, which is also impressive to note. Puck sent back in behind the net. Here's Mason Jenny. Throws it in front. Loose in the slot. No one can get on it. Jenny has it now. He's shot. What a save by Godfrey! Skating up with it is Filacamo. He gains the red line and gets it back into the South Brunswick end. Knocked out of the way by Matthew Keene, but has it in front. Looks in front now. And Naroya throws it towards goal, but it never makes it there. Shot from the point. Falling down was Filacamo. And a save made by Romanek. Off the boards and all the way down, and this will be an icing as that puck crosses the red line. 7:43 to go here in this third period that has turned dramatically. If you're just joining us, South Brunswick trailed 2-1 coming into the period, scored the equalizer just 3 minutes and 44 seconds in on a power play goal by Michael Castiello, and 2 goals by Woodbridge Township in just over a minute has them back in front by a 2-goal margin. Off the corner, Galea has it now. He ties up with Bansback. Galea walks it out in front, looking in front. Benny shot, save made by Romanek. Evan ties up in the corner with Inzano. Puck sent all the way down, no icing, as it was a clearing attempt, or excuse me, it was not a clearing attempt, it was actually a back pass that just never made it on goal. Puck played out wide and sent back into the Woodbridge Township end. Inzano plays out wide for Bansback. Bansback goes back for Inzano as he'll start down the right wing. Joseph Inzano gains the red line and dishes it in. A big collision near side as Inzano and Travis Benny have had a never-ending battle. Puck kept back in by the pinching Bansback, and it's wrapped all the way around the boards. A nice keep by Justin Guelph. He loses it off. Castiello wraps it back in the corner. Puna ties up now. Here's Puna. To the point he goes. Bansback lost the puck for a second, had it, and it was blocked on the shot by Travis Benny. Played out to center where Inzano will corral with 6:40 to go in the third period. Puck chipped back into the Woodbridge Township end as Galea escapes the check of Castiello. Castiello throws it in front, and Guelph is on the back door but couldn't find the loose puck. To the point it goes Inzano, fires a shot deflected, and it goes wide. Travis Benny with it now. Tries to play it out to center and does. Onto the stick of Drew Galea, 2-on-1 he comes. Leaves it off for Filacamo. Filacamo takes it away from Inzano. Here's Galea picking up the loose puck, has a man in front. Backdoor play, no one home. Puck poked past Snyder and skating out with his Castiello. He comes in 2-on-1 with Guelph. Back checking his Galea. Into the skates of DiNatale. Guelph has it stolen away and Galea pokes it out to center with 6 minutes to go here in the third period. Woodbridge Township holding on to a 4-2 lead here in this third period of this GMC semifinal. Down the left wing comes Dante Amato. Has a puck stolen away from him as Matthew Keene just wraps it around the boards looking for a black jersey, finding one in Mason Jenny, excuse me. Jenny plays it out for Zhang, but he can't control the puck. Zhang ties up with Snyder in the corner, stolen away by Naroda, excuse me. To the point it goes. Keep in by Van Pelt. And played out to center by Naroda. Naroda has Keene. And Keene keeps the puck away from Naroda and plays it up ahead. Jenny turns around and dishes it back out to center. Goes through the skates of Thomas Van Pelt and played out by Godfrey. Had the puck stolen away by Van Pelt, but able to recover. DiNatale can't play to center. Van Pelt has it now. A save made by Godfrey, and he'll cover up for a whistle with 5:06 to go in the third period. Woodbridge Township leading by a 4-2 score. Shots even at 26 apiece. And I hope you're enjoying this game as much as I'm enjoying calling the action, because this game has twisted and turned more than a roller coaster. With Woodbridge Township coming into this period up 2-1, the equalizer being scored 3 minutes in, and now Woodbridge Township back to a 2-goal advantage. Backdoor play, penalty coming up. As the touch is made and we'll get a whistle, it's going to be an interference call And it looks like it's Jarrett DeLemba who's getting the penalty. And so South Brunswick will go back to the man advantage where they are 1 for 3, but their last power play was the one that converted for them. 4:53 to go in the third period. Woodbridge Township leading 4-2, but now has to kill off a penalty to Jarrett DeLemba. Face-off is won by the Vikings. Pass across, Inzano throws a backdoor pass looking for Pana and finding him. Pana to the point for Bonsback. Bonsback throws it on goal, shot goes wide as it's taken by Justin Guelph. Guelph to the point, shot by Bonsback, deflected, but it never made it on goal. Controlled by Drew Galea, played out to center, and now Galea starts up 2-on-1. He's got Evan with him. Back checker coming for Vikings, and it never makes it on goal as Pana will start up. Ahead for Castiello. Castiello cuts back to center. That shot never makes it on goal as it was blocked on the way in. Castiello to the point it goes. Inzano has it. Top of the circle. Backdoor play. Save made by Godfrey. And there's the whistle with 4:14 to go in the period. And a minute 20 remaining in the South Brunswick man advantage. And again, the winner of this game will face either St. Joe's or Monroe in the final Friday night here at the Community Center. Face-off is to the right of Godfrey. It's won by Galea, but off the tie-up, skating away is Castiello. Deflection up and over the bar, and I think Godfrey might have gotten a piece of it. Pana taken down by Benny as it's wrapped around by TJ Evan. Kept in by Inzano. Drew Galea there to forecheck. Down low in the corner it goes. Shot never made it on goal as Snyder took away Harit Pana. To the point it goes now for Bonsback. Point shot coming from Inzano, never makes it on goal. Wraparound coming, and a diving play by Travis Benny to keep the puck out of the net. Another wraparound coming, but it never does as it goes to the point for Inzano. Back for Pana. Pana shot save made by Godfrey. He was falling down, but he kept it out. 35 seconds to go in the power play. Castiello shot wired up over the bar. Wraps around for Bonsback. To the point it goes. Down low play, shot goes through the crease. Inzano has it now. Tries to take it around Travis Benny, successfully does, and drops it back for Pana. Skied up to the point, kept in by Bonsback. 13 seconds to go in the man advantage as TJ Evan clears it all the way down, and a full change made by Woodbridge Township. That'll just about do it for the South Brunswick man advantage. They go to 1 for 4 on the day with the power play. 2:52 to go in this third period of this semifinal of the GMC tournament. Coming in with it is Mason Jenny. Drops it off for Zhang. Save made by Godfrey. Had to fight that one off as it came in on a weird angle. Ludwig has it stolen away from him. Back behind the net. First one there is Van Pelt. To the point it goes, but it's stocked out of the air by Filicamo. Stolen away by Di Natale. Down the left wing, he pushes it forward. Skates through Keene, and in the corner, he tries to play it in front, looking for Amato, but it was Novitsky who tied up there. We'll get a whistle with a stoppage of play, and I believe we're going to have another penalty coming up. It's going to be Justin Di Natale, 2 minutes for tripping, and yet again, South Brunswick goes to the man advantage. 2:16 to go in the third period, and Woodbridge Township playing very undisciplined hockey as they will now be down a man for the majority of the rest of this game should South Brunswick not be able to convert. And you almost wonder if Sergei Starkov is going to call a timeout here for South Brunswick. Elects not to. Starkov, actually a former member of the Soviet Olympic team, as another penalty is coming up again to Woodbridge Township. Bonsback has it now. Plays ahead for Van Pelt. Van Pelt walks in, shot saved by Godfrey. Puck is loose. Van Pelt plays it into the corner. Jenny has it now for South Brunswick. To the point it goes for Bonsback. Bonsback, a shot deflected out of the air. Save made by Godfrey. The touch is made by Galea. And Woodbridge Township will be down 2 men. As for hooking, to the box goes Jarrett DeLemba. And you almost have to figure Starkov's going to call his timeout now, and he does. South Brunswick will take the timeout with 1:55 to go in the third period. Woodbridge Township is down 2 men, but they're up 2 goals. If South Brunswick is unable to tie this game up, Woodbridge Township will play the rest of this game down a man. However, they will be able to ice the puck without consequence. It's going to be the iron three of Drew Galea, TJ Evan, and Travis Benny. They have been the three that have been connecting for Woodbridge Township all day, as that line is responsible for all 4 goals on the Woodbridge Township side of things. And we'll keep an eye on Clayton Romanak to see when Sergei Starakov decides he wants to pull him. Shots are 30-26 in favor of the Vikings. In this period, it's an 18-2 advantage. However, the 2 Woodbridge Township shots have both been goals. It's a face-off to the right of Adam Godfrey. It's going to be the senior from Woodbridge High School. All seniors out today. Senior from Woodbridge High School, Adam Godfrey. Seniors from Woodbridge High School, Travis Benny and TJ Evans. Senior from Drew Galea. Senior Drew Galea is from Colonia. And South Brunswick is going to send out 6 skaters. As Romanek has gone to the bench, it's going to be a 6-on-3 for South Brunswick. And Coach Warren Rotella screaming from the bench that this is an open net situation. And again, Woodbridge Township can shoot for the empty net without consequence. 1:39 to go in the first penalty, as right off the bat it's sent all the way down, just wide. And so South Brunswick will have to skate the length of the ice. It's going to be Bonsback, Jenny, Castiello, Inzano. Skating up with his Guelph. And puck sent all the way down. Puck played with a high stick, rolling all the way down. South Brunswick makes the touch. And so it'll be a face-off inside the South Brunswick end, as it was touched with a high stick. 1:14 remaining in the first penalty to Woodbridge Township. 1:30 remaining exactly in this third period. And so Clayton Romanak will have to come back into the net. And it'll be just normal 5-on-3 advantage for the Vikings. Evan to take the face-off, Galea and Benny on the points. It's won by South Brunswick, and immediately Woodbridge retreats so that South Brunswick can skate out. Played ahead by Jenny. Down the left wing he goes, gets through Galea. Romanak again to the bench. 6-on-3 once more for the Vikings. Here's Mason Jenny with the puck in his feet now. To the point for Inzano, he holds. Back pass again for Jenny into his feet. Backdoor play, stolen away and banked off the boards by Evan. Skating all the way down goes the puck, and it's going to go just wide of the net, much to the excitement and then disappointment of the crowd behind me. We've reached the last minute of play in the third period. 4-2 lead for Woodbridge Township. South Brunswick needs 2, as this is an offsides play. Jenny couldn't hang on as Guelph made an extra move. It's a face-off at center ice. The iron three of Evan, Benny, and Galea have not left the ice since this penalty, since the 5-on-3 began. Referee Joseph Nardello has been directing traffic, and it's going to be Evan to tie up with Guelph. Face-off won by Guelph, onto the stick of Galea, sends it all the way down, and he scores! Drew Galea for the hat trick, and Woodbridge Township is on their way back to the GMC Finals. Drew Galea finishes off the hat trick, a power play goal, and even the 2 power play goals, and now a shorty, as with 49 seconds to go, Woodbridge Township is up 5-2, and they have all but punched their ticket to a date with one of the Falcons in the GMC Final on Friday nights. Faceoff is pushed forward by TJ Evan, Circling with it is Bonsback. 43 seconds to go in the third. Bonsback across the crest of center ice, takes it down the left wing. Takes a move around Galea. Shot coming from Armstrong, a shot save made by Godfrey. Big collision behind the net, but it's kept in. Past the skate of Vinovich, and out with it comes Evan. Has it lost from him, takes a man down, leaves, a big slash! Oh, TJ Evan went down on a big whack. That by Justin Guelph. That's a hack job by Justin Guelph, and he'll go to the box. And the referee immediately goes to the Woodbridge bench and tells them not to retaliate. It's going to be a 5-minute major for slashing on Justin Guelph. And South Brunswick, adding insult to injury, will now finish this game with Justin Guelph in the box. A 5-minute major. At least that's what I saw. There's 2 minutes on the board. I thought the referee put up 5. It's a face-off to the left of Romanek, won by Woodbridge Township. Now stolen away by Bonsback. Bonsback across the crest of center ice, gains it into the Woodbridge Township end with 15 to go in the period. Throws it towards goal, loose in the slot, and played out by Galea. 10 seconds to go in this semifinal match. It's an icing as they are now playing 4-on-4. I think Galea forgot that there was an extra man out of the box. And so with 7.4 seconds to go in the third period, Woodbridge Township will be going to the GMC final for the second time in history. Woodbridge High School made it as a solo team in 2015. They lost to St. Joe's by a 4-3 count. Woodbridge Township, this is their first year as a combined team. They're the number 2 seed in the GMC. They are the number 9 seed in the Public A, and they will be going to the GMC final to compete for a championship. 5 seconds to go, tied up in the corner by Travis Benny, battling there, holding his Amato, 2 seconds and 1, and Woodbridge Township is going back to the GMC finals. A 5-2 victory over the South Brunswick Vikings. A hat trick by Drew Galea, 2 goals by TJ Evan and Travis Benny. And 28 gigantic saves from Adam Godfrey.
Congratulations to both teams. Woodbridge will be moving on to play on next year.
And so Woodbridge will be playing in the GMC finals on Friday night. They will face the winner of either Monroe. They will face the winner of Monroe and St. Joseph's. That game will be played later on tonight. And Wednesday night we'll finish up with our finalists. Friday will be the game. Hopefully we'll be bringing it to you here on TV 35. We will hope to see you there. My name is Andrew Shapiro. Thank you for joining us here for Woodbridge Township High School Hockey. It's a 5-2 victory for Woodbridge Township. They're moving on to the GMC final. That's your final score. Thanks for watching, and from the Woodbridge Community Center, we say good night.